Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to post a quick video to show you how a simple maneuver can be implemented in your game to see really good results. You can see results really fast once you start implementing this technique. So this technique, it's nothing like special. You probably already do it, but there's a simple addition to add to the technique that is good to get into your muscle memory, which is really going to help you with your piece control. And even in the spray meta that we currently have, it's still important to learn how to piece control. Um, so the technique that I am referring to is where you put two walls right on top of each other, and then you land on a stair, and then you have a stair above your head. Now, this is pretty basic, but the extension to this move is after you've put the bottom stair, you're going to edit the wall in front of you. Now, check this out. You don't need to do anything special once you already have your blueprints out. You can just hit your edit button while looking at the wall. You're going to select the middle square, confirm that, and then from right here, boom, you can place a cone. Look how far you can place that cone. And this is going to be really helpful when you make this move and you put a high wall in front of your opponent. Now, here's what's going to happen. So let's just say I'm your opponent, and I've seen that you've just put a wall in front of me while I'm ramping up, or, I'm just in this square, and you're on the opposite side of that square. So if you just get the wall here, it's not going to be enough to stop your opponent from going to the right or the left, or even from getting above you. And maybe they can make a play like this, and now they have some opportunities for piece control. Now, the big thing that people try to do once they notice a wall in front of them is they're going to try to go up a layer, because they're going to try to keep height. So when you put that cone right above them, you're going to completely shut down their momentum. And here's the important thing, guys. This is the main emphasis on this channel that you're going to see I'm going to talk about over and over and over again. It's not what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. Are you putting in the most quality into your playtime to get to that next level? And that is way further beyond Fortnite. It's in everything you do. Um, so with the focus on quality, even if you just know a couple of different techniques, if you're executing them perfectly and you're executing them at the right time, you're going to get results quicker than you learning a bunch of different, building techniques, piece control techniques, but you're not really mastering them. Uh, and you're not figuring out when to use them. So I believe it's better to take things, one step at a time. And the better you get at this, the more you understand the game and the building grid, you're going to be able to do more and get even more quality out of your playtime. Um, so with that being said, I'm just going to wrap up this thought. With this technique, you're going to place the wall in front, jump, look up, and then when you put your stairs, you look down. So this is how you make this movement really efficient. You're gonna so this is all gonna be done in one movement. But you look up to place your walls, and then on the way down, while you're looking down, moving your cursor down, you're gonna turbo build stairs. So it's 1, 2. So 1 and then 2. And then you're gonna look back right in the middle, and look how far you can do this. You don't even need to move. So it's going to be way better for you to execute this perfectly and do it every single time and know the limits of your execution than it is to practice this a few times and then forget about it, not really practice it. And then once you're in this position, you have a lot of opportunities. You have a lot of things you can do. You can control the wall behind them. You can even get your floor in there. You can control the walls to the side. Now this one I always find it tricky to place, and you need to notice where specifically you need to look in order to place the wall. Because sometimes what happens is I can get this wall really easy, but I can't get this wall. And what you do when when you notice you run into an issue is you figure out where you need to look to place it, and you just do it, slow. So if you're in a build fight and you get to this point and you notice that they keep coming out to that side, you just need to slow it down and find out where you need to look. And you'll find that it's going to be closer to the right, to the far right. So I know this video is a little sloppy compared to some of my other videos, but that's okay. I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna publish it because the another important thing that I'm trying to show with these videos is that it's important to be consistent even if you're not at your best. So although we try to practice being the best that we can be and doing everything with perfect form, not every day is going to be your best day, but that's okay. Even the pros at the highest level of any sport have the days that are just not the best for them for one reason or another. But that's okay. That's not a problem. That happens to everybody. The problem is when you let it discourage you from doing what you want to do. I want to be a content creator. I want to put out good content for an audience to benefit them as much as they can when they play the video game and to give them a better experience. And sometimes, like today, I'm in a bit of a time crunch. I got things that I need to do later today, but you decide on what you're going to make happen. So if your goal, like me right now, is, to put out videos or whatever it is, just because a minor inconvenience or even a major inconvenience gets in your way, you need to have the mentality of, I don't care what that is, I'm going to make it happen anyways because I'm that passionate about it. So that's why, I'm posting this video. It's not like a groundbreaking technique, but guys, that is not the point. And I'm going to show you guys over time consistency, putting work in whenever you can, as often as you can, putting in those quality hours is what's going to yield you the best results. And it can happen in anything that you do. So this is not just advice for the video game, although this is going to be the focus, but it's important to know that if you master what I'm trying to, show you guys, then it's going to naturally, influence other areas of your life. We're making a mindset shift where uh, focusing on what we can do as opposed to what is not in our control, and we're rolling with it. We're working with what we have and we're making the most with what we have. So, yeah, this probably isn't going to be my greatest video. It's a little rambly. I'm doing this in one take, but that's okay. This is all I have time for today, so that's no problem. I'm going to have more time in the future to adjust it to do whatever I can. If I'm lucky enough to see the next day, because tomorrow's never promised. But, if tomorrow comes around and we're able to see the sun rise again, then we're going to get back to it. We're going to learn from our past mistakes, and we're going to keep growing as individuals. So I'm going to finish this off one more time. We're going to do this in one motion. So you're just looking up and down. That's all you're doing with your cursor. And then you're going to turbo build walls. And once you get to the top, you're going to get the timing right. And you look down, you're going to, start falling on your stairs. And then from here, you can already edit that wall and put the pyramid. Now you want to eventually have this like you want it to be your muscle memory. You want to just naturally start doing this. And as you do this, you're going to create more opportunities to piece control. So if you notice that your build fights when you're practicing, maybe it's in creative or even in your actual game, when if you keep building and you keep going up and up and up and you never get an opportunity to get damage on your opponent, and you run out of materials or you get chopped out or whatever, maybe you just lose height. It's important to know this is how you create materials. So if they're a layer above you, you're not out of options. You look for opportunities to piece control, and once you get them, you just need to get them one time. We're not building for no reason. We're building with the goal. The goal is we're trying to trap our opponent, limit their movement, so we can influence what they are going to do next. So what do I mean by that? Once we've trapped them and you can see them hit their head on this cone, from here, as we seen in the first video, we can influence where we can put pieces to the left and to the right of us while staying in this square. So usually they're going to have like a floor right here. And what you can do if you notice that they're going to go to the left is from here. You can already look at that spot, build your pyramid and build up. Boom, you've already gotten piece control. You're stopping their momentum even more, So maybe they try to go this way and they jump and then you stop them again. And then from there, you can build out, put your wall here, get better piece control. And we're going to talk more about what to do once you've, gotten the piece control, because this is a really complicated game. And just because you've boxed them up doesn't mean you're going to win every single time. You should win every single time if you know what you're doing, but you need to be aware of the counters that your opponent can do. So in future videos, we're going to talk about what happens when you're on the opposite side and you get pieced up. A lot of the times, it's you need to know how you lose, and there's mind games. But you know what? I'm getting off track. I just want to keep this just focus on that one technique, where the main focus of this video is after you've done the wall stair combo is you want to put that cone and you're gonna just destroy their momentum. And if they're really good, if they're not expecting it, this right here could be the game changer. When it's just one simple move and you prevent their movement. And there's so many options you have when you get in this position. You're gonna put yourself in a very favorable situation to win a one-on-one engagement. And then that's another important thing. There's so many things to say with even such a simple technique like this, but when you get into the real game, it's not always a 1v1 situation. So this technique, it is going to help you with your mid game, and it's definitely going to help you when you're you know, on the 1v1 in your battle royale. Like if you're in your solo and it's one-on-one, then that's when this is going to be very useful. But we need to remember, in an actual battle royale, there are way more variables and factors at play that are going to influence your decision. So this move, it's a great move, but it's important to remember that when you're playing this move in game, especially now with the spray meta, you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself, from all angles, discouraging opponents from spraying at you. But like I said, this video is starting to ramble on a little bit. The main focus right now is we're just trying to cut off the momentum of the other opponent. And as I get better at making videos, as I get better equipment, we'll be jumping into games, and I'll be showing you how you can use this in your game to create opportunities, to get elimination, score more points, get your placements up, all that different stuff. And uh, and we're gonna run eventually. Right now, we're just crawling. We're learning just how to move. We're getting familiar with everything. But the running is gonna come after a long progression. Well, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for bearing with me. This is gonna be really funny to look back at. Hopefully, when my video qualities are a lot better, and not just hopefully, my video quality is going to improve. That's no problem. I'm gonna set that out for myself. We're gonna make this happen. Um, but if I get a bigger audience, I hope that this is going to be really helpful. It'll be funny to look back at, and hopefully it shows you that it's okay to not be good at something. You start somewhere, you start where you're at, and you work on it. You work on your weaknesses, and you're not shy to say what your vulnerabilities are and where you can improve. So that's what this is. I know this has rambled on way too much, and we talked, you know, about just one concept, and it's gotten a little off the rails. That's all right, guys. So we're here to improve ourselves. We're here through the highs and the lows. A good coach, a good mentor, a good friend doesn't leave you when you're at your low. So that's me. I'm trying to be like a good content creator. I'm trying to create a good community, something that's not superficial, that we only post our good moments and we leave our bad moments out there, or we hide it, So we don't have anything to be ashamed of. We have a goal, we're chasing it, and we're going to make it, guys. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Right now, I'm posting this on the last day of the year 2021. And into the year 2022, it's important to remember that nothing is changes. It's still, yeah, it's another year, and you have to write the date differently. But day by day, we're still in the same, scenario. We have to work on, what we have. There's nothing fancy, and we're not treating this day special. I mean, yeah, obviously, have fun, be with your friends, be with your family, whatever. But uh, just because it's a new year or whatever, we're not going to discourage ourselves. We realize that we have the moment, we're working in the moment, we're making the best of it. So before I start rambling even more, well, I'm going to cut this video right here. I'm really excited for what the future has for this community, this channel, and we are going to make the best of it. Even if we're not the best, we're going to make it the best. It's our life to live. We get to be happy. I'm happy making videos, even if they're not the greatest, because this is what I want to do. I'm passionate about the game, and if you're here, you're passionate about the game as well. So continue to be passionate. Passion is so great. It's so sad to see people who don't have any passion. Never let anybody shame you for your passions. Time is not wasted if you truly enjoy it. So, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful night or a good New Year's. If you watch it then, I doubt it, but you know what, whatever. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.